From Amish to six figures, how I did it, what I shifted, and what I learned along the way. I'm going to be sharing all those tips in this video so you can also shift your mindset to hit the money goal that you have for your life. I'm Emily, and I'm here to inspire and empower you to become the best version of yourself. As most of you know, as you've been following me, I am huge on mindset. I also do a lot of business coaching, and I have found in the last 6 months, pairing the both up to be business and mindset has been working wonders for my clients. And this is why I'm really pairing a lot of my content the way I am with business and mindset. Because you can have the business, but if you don't have the mindset, your business isn't going to grow, right? So let's get back to this video, how I went from Amish to six figures. First off, when I first left the Amish, I didn't have more than an 8th grade education, which was equivalent to a 6th grade education in elementary school. I tested for my GED, and they were like, oh yeah, you have like a 6th grade education, you're gonna have to get your GED and all these things, right? Got my GED, started working in an automotive industry, making just entry level. I think I was a temp at the time. I made like $10 an hour. $10 an hour. From there, just continued to grow. But what really drove me to hit the 6-figure mark, which was huge for me, because I always thought there's no way I'll ever get there, right? I had that limiting belief. One of the things was I completely shifted my mindset. And when I say shifted, I mean completely shifted it. I went from believing that money is hard to money flows to me with grace and ease. And when you can come from that kind of flowing grace and ease and just see the money flowing in, it's a beautiful, beautiful place to be in. But I will tell you, the work to get there is not easy. It is not easy. And I'm going to give you some tips in this video. So if you're looking to get the work, do the work, and you're looking to hit that 6 figures, this work will help you. So how do you shift your mindset? One, you have to be aware of what your story is. How are you programmed to believe? What did you listen to growing up? Were your parents, always struggling? Was it in a very tight household? Did you grow up in a wealthy household? Did you grow up in a household that always had debt? They never had anything, and all they complained about was paying bills, saying like money doesn't grow on trees. You have no idea how much bills we are paying. All these things program us to believe money is hard when actually money is just a flow, right? It just flows in and out of our life. It's like an ebb and flow. It's like if you think about the ocean, it just continues to flow. So I really asked myself, what was my stories? What did I really hear growing up? And I journaled all of this stuff. I wrote it down. Like, what was the most common story I heard about money when I was growing up? And who was influencing those? And then I went all the way to, what am I currently thinking about money? And my mindset was very much, money is hard. It sucks. I'm never going to hit the 6 figures. I'm never going to be able to make enough to walk in the store and buy whatever I want to buy without any guilt. That was a huge thing for me. It was huge. I was like, how am I ever going to get to where I can just go into the store and buy whatever I want, swipe my card, and be grateful that I was able to buy that without having the guilt, right? So I had a lot of guilt around money. After I was aware of what my story was, I started asking myself if it was true. Were these stories true? Because what's true is really what you tell yourself. And I was like, these stories no longer serve me, and they're no longer true. So therefore, I am choosing to give these stories up and rewrite a brand new one. Not just for myself, but for my boys. I have 2 boys. I don't want them to grow up thinking money is hard, because I don't want them to have to go through the same thing that I did. I want to educate them. I want to teach them how to manage their money, and also what the mindset is around money, because it starts at such a young age. So as I continue to work through shifting my stories, reprogramming that, and really the reprogramming process is being aware, telling yourself you're no longer going to believe that way, and then choosing a better belief and continuing over and over and over. There's different exercises that you can do. So when you go to pay your bills, think about all the jobs you are paying as you pay your bill and have gratitude in paying those bills. That's one shift you can make. Even when you go buy groceries at the grocery store, that's one huge shift you can make, right? And affirmations is another thing where you can, money flows to me with ease and grace. And when you feel that, feel it in your body, right? 2, I really started educating myself. I ask myself, with my skill set and everything I have learned in my life and everything that I have been through, what really am I worth? Like, where do I fit? I was looking at job titles, and if you noticed, if you just go into even the project management space, project manager versus a senior project manager, there's a huge pay difference there, right? So I started educating myself, like, what does senior mean in your title? How much is the pay difference? What skill sets do you have to be a senior? Most companies, if you put senior on, like senior project manager or senior manager, most companies won't go and really question if you're a senior. They're going to believe you, right? So think about that as you're looking at your skill set and all the experiences you have, and ask yourself, like, what is your worth? What is your value? What is your job title really worth? In some places, some job titles are worth more than in other places, right? Depending on where you live. So think about that, and also look at, like, what are the remote opportunities? Say you live somewhere in the Midwest and you're looking somewhere like in the New York area, your job titles, you're going to be making more clearly in New York than you are in Indiana because of the cost of living and stuff. That doesn't mean that you can't apply for a remote position anywhere, right? It's anywhere in the world. It's just different places will pay you more. So I really started educating myself, and strongly recommend you do the same, especially if you're still working in the corporate world. 3, I looked at my self-worth. How did I see myself? What did I see myself worthy of? And I did a shit ton of work around self-worth. A ton. And there's this exercise you can do where you can write down every single skill you have and put a $sign on it. And you'll notice some of your skills that you have are priceless. You can't put a price on it. You just can't, right? Can you really put a price on being an amazing parent, being a great friend, being, whatever it is, a role model? Can you really put a price on that? So if you're struggling with your self-worth, you're going to struggle hitting that next money level that you're at. Really look at yourself and see your worth, because you are worthy. You're worthy of whatever you desire. And whether that's 6 figures, $1 million, $2 million, $1 billion, whatever it is, set your sights high and go after it, because why not? 4 was I really started believing in myself. Along with the self-worth, I believed in myself. I believed that I could reach this next level. Just like now, if you talk to me, I believe that I will reach $1 million. No doubt in my mind. Just like I believed I would hit 6 figures. I was like, yeah, I got it. I'm going to get this. And even when the self-doubt comes in, you have to continue to believe. It's undying belief. It's that undying faith. And you could apply this anywhere in your life, right? When you're trying to reach something, so that next goal is that undying belief, that undying faith that you have to have. And you get to tap into it. And you get to quiet that voice in your head and tell that voice, no, I'm going to believe. I'm going to choose to believe that I can reach this next level. I'm going to choose to believe that I can overcome my money stories and break this generational curses of being in debt all the time, of struggling financially, because you get to choose to break them, right? So believe, 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 believe. Undying faith. And the next one, number 5, is I took action. When I say I took action, I looked at all the different opportunities and the different ways I can make money. I'm not saying to go out and get 50 different jobs. I'm not saying to put yourself on a strict budget. What I mean is I looked at my life and I asked myself, everything that I'm spending, am I really using it? 1, because we have a lot of subscriptions we never really use. And 2, do I need this? And if not, maybe I can put that money towards travel. I love to travel, right? And maybe I can put that money towards something else I want in my life. So it's really getting in there and taking the action, looking at your numbers. And then if you decide that you want to take action right then and there. Don't wait, because if you wait, it's not going to get done. You show up and you do the work, and you continue to show up and do the work. Even if you're like, oh, but it's pointless. No, it's not pointless, because if you're not showing up and doing the work, it's not going to happen. And we all know that. So each one of these steps were very, very pivotal for me to be able to hit that next level. And I know when I hit the $1 million level, there's going to be a whole other set of steps, right? But I will tell you one thing that will not shift as far as that goes is it's going to be like the mindset. The mindset is still going to be a part of those steps. To hit $1 million, I know I still have to work on my mindset. I know I still have to increase my self-worth, right? So I leave you with these steps, and I'm going to recap them just a little bit so that way you can kind of remember what we discussed here. 1, get clear on what your money story is. What is your money story? How's it showing up in your life, and how can you shift it? 2, start educating yourself. Education is key. How much should you really be paying for your job? How much should you really be charging in your business? Are you undercharging? That's a common theme in our business owners. Business owners, I'm speaking to you. Look at your self-worth. Do you see yourself worthy? Do you feel worthy? There's 2 different things there, right? You see yourself as worthy, and you feel it. You feel it in your heart. The other thing is starting to believe in yourself. Massive belief. Belief that you can do it. Because if anyone else can do it, so can you. It doesn't make you... Other people that are making 6 figures or more, or that level that you want to get at, they're no different. They're no better than you are. You just have to get in and do the work, and you'll get there too. And the last one is taking action. So I hope these tips were helpful. If you are struggling with your money mindset and you're also struggling in your business, feel free to send me a message or comment below. I always check all my comments. I am taking on a few more clients for business and mindset coaching. And also, if you want coaching and you don't have a business, I am also opening up a few spots there probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I hope this video was helpful. Please send this to someone that needs to hear this message on money, and I'll see you in the next video.